What's up you guys? Josh here with the RC Recon channel, and today I've got a really exciting upgrade for the Arrma Limitless. Let me go ahead and show you. So I won't necessarily call this a brand new build, but we are going to be expanding upon the Arrma Limitless GT platform with this new Scorched RC chassis. I've got some of these chassis infills from Scorched parts and carbon fiber front and rear shock tower. So got those, but really in this video I'm just going to focus in on the carbon fiber tray and everything that is required to put this together. I haven't seen too many videos on YouTube for this particular chassis, so I'm really excited to be able to bring this to you guys. So let's go ahead and get started by getting this unwrapped. It's very, very light as it sits here. Looks like it's just basically shrink wrapped. So just kind of, wow, that's some really, really thick carbon fiber. Scorched RC right on the side there. This is the top, of course. See, it says Scorched RC on both sides. Wow, that's really nice. And then all of the holes are countersunk. So this is the standard one. I think they have another one where they have the motor mount more in the center, so you can point the motor whichever side you want it. But this is basically a direct drop-in replacement. A couple of scratches here and there, but really after the very first run, it's going to be scratched up. So it's really nice though. So it comes like that. You can see it's completely flat. So, you know, I wasn't sure if my other chassis was starting to bend or not, but this one, of course, is flat. And you also get this packet. So it says Infraction Limitless Felony Carbon Fiber Chassis Assembly Kit. You can see the front and the rear where the differentials get hooked up. Kit includes aluminum front and rear inserts, carbon fiber front spacer, rear spacer, and then countersunk screws and locking nylon nuts. So that's great that they include all of that with this kit. And looks like it's individually packaged as well. So wow, that looks really nice. Aluminum pieces, so it's going to be really light. It's one of the carbon fiber pieces. And excellent, really great instructions. Assembly as pictured above, etc. So I'm going to run through all of this in this video for you guys. Like I said, there's not another video out there that goes through all of it. And it really could be because the installation instructions are so clear. But, you know, on this channel, I like to kind of walk through all of it. Yeah, really, really nice packaging. You get what you pay for. And that should be all of it. Yep. Alright, let me get some of this stuff cleaned up. I'll go ahead and open up all of these pieces and lay out the screws, and looks like there's actually a couple spacers too. So let me get all of that laid out and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so just verifying the contents, we've got 12 M4x16 countersunk head screws, 4 of these M3x16, 4 M3x4 nuts, and 6 M4 locking nuts as well. I don't see anything in the contents about these two spacers. I don't see anything so far about where the spacers would go on here. So that's something to keep in mind. We're going to follow the instructions fully here. So if it doesn't call for those spacers, we won't use them. But let me go ahead and get started. It looks pretty straightforward. So we'll set this up here and get started. Okay, so depending on if you're going to use the stock battery trays or not, that will determine which screws you'll end up using. For my case, I'm not going to use the stock battery trays, so we're going to use all of the screws. I see, so 6mm spacers are available for the outside legs of the servo mount, but a stack of washers can be used. So that's what the spacers are for, if you're going to utilize the mounting location for a servo. So once we get to that point of the build, we'll have to decide what we end up doing at that time. So we're going to put these 4 in through here. And then insert it into this portion right here. There we go. Be a little bit difficult to try to put these together. There we go. Maybe this works. The top plate here. Goes on as well. So hopefully, I'm going to flip this over so you guys can see that, but hopefully that stays put, and there. Hopefully you guys can see exactly which holes those go through. Now let me go ahead and get some of these locking nuts started. And for this part of the build, we're just getting them started, and we're not going to tighten them down all the way. So there's that piece. Now we've got some of these smaller screws that go through as well. So we've got these 4, and they go through these 2 holes, as well as these 2 holes right here. So through here, and here, as well as here, and here. And we're going to need a smaller hex tool for that. So now that that is, all in place, I'm thinking we're okay to go ahead and tighten this down. I think as long as, this hole up here, we keep that nice and straight. So what I'm going to do is actually just insert a bolt there just to keep that moving around too much. And then we'll go ahead and tighten all of these down. Now for this side, it looks like there's quite a few extra holes here. And this must be for, in case we had the servo mount here. So there's the 2 screws that they were talking about. If you were going to put the servo mount here, you would have to drill out the chassis. Yeah, but it says here, holes are provided in the front aluminum and the carbon fiber for a standalone servo mount. Alright, so for up here, we're just going to line these holes up, and one goes in through this piece here, there, and there. Just going to hold that in place and get a nut started here. Okay, and then another one through here. Okay. Now the other 2 are going to be for here and here, but we would have to get the front differential installed in order for those screws to go in. So I'm gonna keep I'm gonna keep those there, and that way I know that this is going to be lined up correctly, and while I'm holding those in place, I'll tighten these back 2 down. Alright, so there it is. That is indeed the front. I can tell now, obviously, because of that kick up, but I'm going to go ahead and remove these 2 screws. So these 6 are for whenever we go ahead and move the front and rear differentials over, but that I think looks really great. We're going to weigh this and compare it to the stock one, but it feels pretty light. But the best thing is, I know for sure it's absolutely straight, and it's already the right width for that GT body. That'll be it for now. This is going to be a separate series of converting everything over from the Limitless GT build over to this new chassis, and of course I'm going to bring you guys along for all of that. So if you want to see the rest of this build, be sure to subscribe, like the video, comment any questions that you have, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care.